Hello students, enjoying your school from home? Let's continue with our chapter Force and Pressure. Yesterday we read about the types of forces. There are two types of forces, contact force and non-contact force. In the contact force we read about muscular force that is applied by the muscles and frictional force which is due to friction. Today we will be learning about the non-contact forces. The forces that do not need any direct or indirect physical contact with the objects on which they are acting are called as non-contact forces. These are magnetic force, gravitational force and electrostatic force. Now let's see what is magnetic force. It is the force exerted by magnet. Now all of you have seen a bar magnet. It has a north pole and a south pole. An important property of magnet is that like poles repel and opposite poles attract each other. If we suspend a bar magnet, its north pole will face Earth's south pole and vice versa. This is used in magnetic compass. The magnetic compass is the device which is used to find the directions. Another use of magnetic force is in transportation. Maglev train is the best example. The maglev means magnetic levitation and levitation means rising and floating. Now see in this figure. There are the magnets in the track and in the train. When the like poles of the magnet face each other, they repel each other and lift the train above the track. Then there is the propulsion of the train. When unlike charges come in close contact, when they face each other, they pull each other, and in this way they pull the train forward. And when the same charges come, they push the train forward. They repel each other and push the train forward. It is also used in the magnetic cranes to lift up heavy iron particles, heavy iron materials from the junkyard. Next is the gravitational force. A force pulls the objects towards the earth. Now what is the gravitational force? It is the force that pulls everything towards the earth. It is the gravitational force which makes the planets move around the sun and moon move around the earth. Gravitational pull of the moon causes tides in the ocean and sea. What is a tide? When water rises like a wall in the ocean or sea, it is due to the gravitational pull of the moon. Our weight is due to the gravitational pull. Weight of any object on earth is mass and gravitational acceleration. The gravitational acceleration on earth is 9.8 meters per second, that is approximately 10 meters per second square. You will weigh less on moon and mass as compared to earth. Now what is the difference between mass and weight? Mass remains same everywhere, whereas the weight varies with gravity. Here are some questions based on the topics we have covered. Try to answer them in your notebook. Now third is the electrostatic force. To learn the electrostatic force, you can try this activity at home. Take a scale and some bits of paper. Bring the scale near to the paper. It will not show any type of movement. Rub the scale in your hairs and bring it near the bits of the paper. The bits of the paper will be attracted towards the scale. This shows that there is some kind of attraction between the two. So the electric charge with the electric force which is due to this electric charge which develop on the scale is known as the electrostatic force. So electrostatic force is the force of attraction or repulsion. Now the like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. To show this, we have an experiment. We can take two glass rods and rub them with the silk cloth. Both of them will acquire a positive charge. Now hang one glass rod and bring the other near it. Both of them will repel each other. This shows that like charges repel each other. Leave the glass rod hanging and bring a charged ebonite rod near it. Now the ebonite rod is negatively charged. The glass rod will be attracted towards the ebonite rod. This shows that unlike charges attract each other. If you rub two balloons, they'll acquire a same charge and they will repel each other. Now if you bring those rubbed balloons near to your hair will stand. This shows that your hairs are not charged and the charged balloons attract your hair. These are some examples we can feel in our daily life. Static electricity is used in pollution control. It is by applying the static charge to the dirt particles in the air and then collecting those charged particles on a plate of the opposite charge. So that's all for the day today. Book pages covered and the in between questions will be uploaded on the school website.